Actually, hi, this is Professor Delpon here, and I just wanted to remind you, first of all, to name your file correctly. So to do that for the final submission, okay? So I'm looking at your character here, and I see that you've got some possibilities, but you also need to do some refining and rethinking with regards to your character here. This, I assume, is, yes, flipping crude Fred, okay. So, let me just get comfortable here. So if I zoom in, and I'm going to use the spacebar control shortcut, so spacebar control from any tool will give you access to the zoom tool. So note that the torso, for lack of a better word, I don't know what this is, a cake of some kind, it's very poor quality. This is the main image, all right? So you have to at least have a very good quality image. So I'm going to give you a link to um, a way of getting good quality images, okay, in my comments to you. So I would highly suggest that you do that. And from the beginning, I've been talking about how to connect the imagery so that it looks like it would be, could actually be created by an engineer. All right, so these orange slices, the banana and the Cheerios, whatever it is, a bagel, they'll fall down because of gravity. Okay, you've got a nose here that is a red food element here that can't really be seen because of there's a lack of contrast here. All right, so you've got some work here to do. Okay, so also note when you hit Control 0 to fit the document in the window, note that you have to stay within the 6 by 8 inch area. In other words, the character has to fit somewhere within that area. All right, it has to fit within the 6 by 8 that is within the 8 by 10. So you've got a character here that's kind of horizontal. So you may want to reposition things so that it's more vertical. All right. If I zoom in, spacebar control, and then hit the spacebar to click and drag over. Okay. I like to give shortcuts as I give feedback. Um, let's look at this candy cane here. Candy cane. Is that a candy cane? Yes, it is. All right. So note that it looks very rough. All right. So that's has to be fixed. So if we go to the original layer, and note that if I check the auto select option here from the move tool, that means wherever I click, it will go right to that layer. Okay, so that's a little tip there. All right, so if I click on the candy cane here, it goes to the green candy cane layer. Okay, so that's this here. And now if I, let me see here. If I right click here to disable the layer mask, I can see the original. So this is kind of a tricky one because you have a dark background. That's why I suggested the white background. So what you want to do is this. You want to make this better. Okay, so if I zoom in even more, you see the difference in quality here? Yeah, this is really important. So for the candy cane here, if I select the layer mask, all right, and then go to my paintbrush tool, and then make sure that my paintbrush is at 100% hardness. Otherwise, you'll get a blurry edge. Okay? So you want to also make sure, let's see, that you have black as your foreground color. And then with black as your foreground color and the layer mask active, once I click and drag, I'm masking out these elements here. Okay, so that hides the area. If I make white my foreground color, so if I hit X, it'll swap it. White will bring back the underlying layer. All right, and what's going on here? Why isn't that happening? Interesting, interesting. Let me see here. White, oh no, okay, so note that there's a mode, a color mode for the tools too. So right now this is in darken, so I should have this at normal. Okay, so now when I paint with white, it will unmask what was in the background here. All right, so here's what you need to do. And I did describe this in my video on how to prepare for 3-2. All right, so let's say I bring this back into view, then go swap my foreground and background color so it's black again. Now I'm going to zoom in. Now watch what I'm going to do here. First of all, I'm going to decrease my brush size so I have more accuracy. So if I hit my left bracket key, it will decrease the brush size. Okay. So with black as my foreground color, I'm masking out what I don't want. So I'm going to look at the edge of the circle and click right along the edge of that candy cane there, and then do nothing else. Then I'm going to hold down the Shift key and follow this candy cane down here, and looking at the edge of the circle, I'm going to click again. So it's Shift clicking creates a straight line. Okay, so my Shift key is held down, and I click, click, click. See, and I get a nice straight line. Okay, so if I click here and then drag down here and then Shift click, it gets rid of that. So look at the difference here. A nice clean straight line as opposed to this. All right, so you do not want to use your hand to try to slowly go along there, because your hand will cramp up. All right, so Shift clicking is the key to saving your hand from cramping up. And I will, let me see here. Okay, so I want you to go in and repair all this. Okay, you need to, whoops, Control 0. What happened here? Control 0. My computer is acting a little funky. Okay, let me zoom in here. All right, so I suggest getting a new torso and actually rethinking this. All right, what you have here is not working. The candy canes can work, but you have to do a better job cutting them out. You have to consider what you want to use for a center torso area, and you did the right thing by choosing a food element, because you can stick things into that. All right, so for example, you can't stick the orange slice in the top here, so by doing this. So let's say I bring it up here, select my layer mask, go to my paintbrush tool, black is my foreground color, zoom in a little bit, increase my brush size, right bracket key, and now clicking and dragging, okay? See, it can look like it's sticking into this torso. Again, the image is very, very blurry, so you need to get a new image, okay? I'm going to give you information on how to do that. And now if you put a shadow here, it could look like this wedge of orange or whatever it is sticking into the food item. All right? All right, so I'm going to end there. I hope that helped. Okay? Take care now. Bye.